EOC review term number 16, the Connecticut Compromise. The Connecticut Compromise happened at the Constitutional Convention of 1787 when the Founding Fathers got together to revise the Articles of Confederation. They realized that revising the Articles was not going to be effective and that they were going to scrap it and write an entirely new Constitution. But in the process of writing the new Constitution, there were disagreements that arose over how many representatives each state should have. The large states, led by Virginia, hence the name the Virginia Plan, believed that representation in Congress should be based on a state's total population. So in other words, a state with a large number of people would get more representatives than a state with a small population. Of course, the small states were not in favor of such a plan. And so the small states, led by New Jersey and the New Jersey Plan, proposed that representation in Congress should be equal and that there should be an equal number of representatives sent to represent every state. This was probably the biggest argument at the Constitutional Convention, and it almost threatened to shut the whole convention down. However, after several days of arguing, the Connecticut Compromise was proposed. And in the Connecticut Compromise, the authors of the Connecticut Compromise called for a bicameral legislature. In other words, a legislature with two houses. One of those houses would be called the House of Representatives, and the other would be called the Senate. The House of Representatives would be chosen based on a state's population. So the larger states would get more representation in the House, whereas the Senate was going to be an equal number per state. So every state has two senators. So quick review. The Connecticut Compromise created a bicameral legislature with the House of Representatives and the Senate. The House of Representatives is selected based on a state's population. So the more people a state has, the more members in the House of Representatives that state has. And then the Senate is based on an equal number per state. There are two senators per state.